Hello and welcome to another episode of Sandy Color Projects. This is going to be our last major project on the Chevy Spark before we basically destroy the car. This project in particular, what we're going to do is we're going to put these tires on this little tiny car. And to do that, you should lift the car. But we have no time for that. We have no interest in that. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to build giant wheel extensions and we're going to make those tires fit on this car. Right, so this is a standard wheel adapter. This is a 2-inch wheel adapter for 8-lug to go from one 8-lug pattern to another 8-lug pattern. Our 17-inch wheels are a metric pattern, and our 16.5-inch wheels are a 8-lug 6.5 pattern. So this allows us to adapt it. This is actually what we're going to use on the F-250 to make our 17-inch wheels fit on it. This will not work on this little car. This is not an 8-lug pattern car. That is a 4-lug pattern car. And we're going to make some crazy extensions to make that work. So the next thing that I'm going to have to do is I have to get this wheel out of the way, and I need to get these wheels off of this car so that we can actually see what we're up against. All right, so the first problem that we've already run into getting the wheels off is I bought this pipe to fit over the hub, and it looks like it's short. So we're going to end up having to find or make some sort of adapter so that we can get from our plate to this extension pipe to make it extend the wheels out. All right, so Bill and I have been diligently working all morning and into the afternoon. This is what we got. We have 4 plates that are like this. Bill's actually over there drilling some of them. We're gonna blow these holes out and make it big enough to fit over the top of this. This doesn't give us the adaptation for the pipe, and as you can see on this, I'm hitting the brakes, but when you look at the back, it actually fits on beautifully, which is exactly what we're looking for. We're going to do this 4 times and then extend the pipe off of this and come to plates on the other side that will be attached to the wheels. We've been working all day, and this is pretty much what we've come up with. We want to be able to turn the wheels all the way from one direction to the other, so that pipe has to stick out away from the wheel about 18 inches. Then the plate adapter thing that we made is gusseted all the way around to accept the weight, and to prove that our idea of how to make this work would work, we picked up the entire weight of the car with the jack, and nothing is bent. Although if you look at the angle of this, it is angled upward, but that's because of the fact that it's set up to put all that weight on it. Once we get the tire out, the tire may end up looking like it's leaning too, but it's holding the weight of it all. This doesn't look like much, but this is the other end of the plate. This is the first one that we've test fitted and made sure everything fits. Those holes are too small yet for studs. I'm not sure what the stud measurement is just yet, so right now it's just a plate fit into the wheel. This will end up getting welded to that adapter that you just saw. Those 4 holes that are lined up with the holes in the wheel will end up getting studs on them that will reach out into the tire, and then we'll put lug nuts on that. We're starting on day 2. I've been working on this quite a bit this morning just to get things going. I've got the plates set up. We're putting studs in them. This is what the new 17-inch wheels are going to attach to. This is that shaft piece you saw sitting on the Spark last night as we were finishing up. So we're going to take this piece, which I just finished building and is not completely set, and we're going to weld that centered onto that. All right, so we have the first wheel adapter built. As you can see, it is off of the jack. Jack stands are still underneath it because it's a little ridiculous. We've been laughing the whole time we've been putting this all together. The stems on those are about 18 inches out. We did that because that was enough room for us to be able to fully turn from one direction to the other. It is holding the weight. So Bill's welds seem to be holding up pretty well. We don't have any flex on anything. The funny thing is too, we ended up having to space out the hub piece that we built over the actual rotors, and we have the same issue on the back too. All right, so at this point we have 2 of them on and the weight of the car on it, and we actually had to move the car because it was up too close to the firewood stack. So now we have the other side up in the air but nothing on it. We're in the middle of building those extensions. All right, so getting close to the end of day 2, we've got all these built and put together. Bill wanted to show how good his calculations had worked out to, and how even and straight his tire alignment is, because it is spinning perfectly in a circle and just keeps going and going on its own. All right, so it took us all of 2 days to get it completely up and running, and we're gonna test drive it now. I don't think the wheels will fall off, but it'd be pretty funny if they did. We're gonna just drive it around a little, It took a long time to get this thing going because we had to wait for the battery to charge back up enough to be able to fire up the car. So last night I put up a clip of the car done, but it was at night, so it was really hard to get it all into perspective, what you're actually looking at. And this is it, done, complete. We actually drove it around a little bit last night. We're not going to drive it around in this video. I'm actually going to put up another video of us driving it around. But this is the 2014 Chevy Spark on 4 33-inch tires, which is what the goal was, and we definitely accomplished it, and it definitely does drive. It drives a little wonky. It looks kind of cool going down the road. You get the right angle on this thing. Going to the side, it actually looks like a giant RC car, but it is goofy. That's exactly what we were aiming for. That's exactly what it ended up being. All right, so what did we end up building to make this thing work? This here is, I believe, 1/4 inch. If not, it's a 3/8 inch plate. Bought a bunch of that. That's what we made everything off of. So we made plates that fit the wheel as an adapter side on that. We took an 18-inch pipe and we made an adapter that goes in on the other side. This is what the plates originally looked like. They were 12-inch by 12-inch plates, and then we just adapted it to set up to 4 lugs on the 8 lug tires because we didn't necessarily need more grip on them. This is a temporary setup. So then we gusseted to the sides of everything. We gusseted the side here just to give it some strength and rigidity, especially since it's turning motion and the welds are for horizontal, so it doesn't give as much strength unless we put some lateral welds on it. So now it has strength and rigidity to be able to move around, and it does. It may look like we're bowed down, but we're really not. That's actually the weight of the car and the suspension riding down on everything that we have sitting here. All right, so before I wrap this up, special thanks to Bill, who is the partner on some of these cars. He did a lot of the welding work while I did a lot of the drilling work, ended up making it work. We ended up getting this job done in 2 whole days worth of work, but he came and sacrificed all the time to help get this job done, to help make this project work out. So special thanks to him. I tried to thank him earlier in the video, but he was here and he started chiming in, which didn't really help. So thanks, Bill. As always, to everyone else, thank you for watching. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. We'll keep making more videos, whether there's stuff like this, depends on whether or not you guys are requesting to see oddball things like this. So thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe.